Hi, welcome to Kana Kalisics for mind, body, and spiritual growth. I'd like to just say, would you like, share, or give a likes below? Obviously, it helps with the channel for development for other people and also to grow the channel to help other people development. What I wanted to talk about today or this week is about uh, self awareness or self projection. So it's about self projection and self awareness. So, for example, I'd just like to start off with a quick story, really, about a conflict between how I perceive I should look and how I perceive other people should see me. So, when I started really getting back into spirituality, well, actually, when I started to do um, there was a shift I went through where I was constantly aware of my development and I wanted to project more of a Zen or um, um, a state of teachery point of view. Don't know if that's actually a word, teachery, but anyway, you know what I mean. Um, what I started to do is looking at like the harem pants, um, the um, the shirts, which is like linen shirts and so on and so forth, because I wanted to try and project that I'd be identified with being a spiritual or a new age person. But the problem is for the fact is that at times I felt comfortable with, and sometimes I didn't. But the reality is, if I was to own it, who was that for? Was that me projecting um, myself in a way as a rebel to go against the normal grain and so on, or was it just me wanting to be identified with others? Because again, I love going to places like Glastonbury, Cornwall, and places like that. I love going to spiritual fairs. I love going to retreats and so on and so forth. And Parliament at night, that's what we do. This is what as a part of our life. But however, what I tried to identify myself was when I'm at those places or when I do events, for example, as a clairvoyant medium or as a healer, what do I, what is it what am I trying to work on? Is it the person or is it me? The reality is that sometimes, even when I was doing healing, I'll, in my mind's eye, I'll be thinking, oh, okay, I should be dressed in the harem pants or in a tracksuit. Reality is, I I spoke to spirit. I went back to I spoke to the source. I spoke to Chief or Teos, and I went into a deep meditation because it was a conflict which was going on for about 2 months, and it was kind of like pulling me here, there, and everywhere, really. So I know it doesn't seem necessarily that important, but it was, I suppose, for me, and I think it is for other people how people want to be identified. Because a lot of times when I've done platform, I'll be dressed in a suit. If I went to events, I'll be dressed again in a shirt and tie or shirt, trousers, or in a suit as well, because what people perceive you to be. So what after going through deep meditation and speaking over my advisors and so on, what I realize, I think what a lot of people do is they want to be identified straight away without explaining who and what they are. So what the after all the debate and the ups and downs and so on and so forth, um, I came to the conclusion that my my goal, I suppose, and my projection of self was just that, was to be a certain way in order to make me feel that certain way. But sometimes when I was dressing that way, for example, if I'd done an event and then I was going to somewhere like Waitrose or Tesco's or so on, um, I wasn't comfortable in the way I looked. I thought I should be in my jeans or my trousers or whatever. The reality is, at the end of the day, is like what you feel comfortable in doing. What I came to the conclusion was, or what I felt was that there's no set way. So I could, well, want to go out with friends or want to go out to certain places. I would wear like harem pants or trousers or so on. I would wear linen clothing, or I would be wearing tracksuits, or I would be wearing jeans, I would be wearing a suit, whether I was doing a one-to-one with someone or whether I was doing an event. But the reality is, it comes back to being comfortable in what you are at that time, and when you're there, when you're comfortable, it will project with the work you do. So, and that goes back to looking within. And I think if I don't look within and I just remained looking at the projection, I think I would have always been in that zone, and I wouldn't have made any real shifts. So the reality is now, I'll be going to different events and I'll be dressed different ways, and I suppose I dress for I dress how I feel at that moment in time. Sometimes you see me in my tracksuit. Sometimes, like obviously, when you go to the gym, you won't wear a suit, so it just won't work. So yeah, so that's the reality of it all. So anyway, just wanted to just share that with you. Please like, share, and add comments below. And if you got any comments and you want me to speak about a certain thing, please let me know. And I'll see you soon. And I'm more than liable. I'll see you next week. Blessings.